So you said something interesting there. You mentioned trigger point therapy.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until probably 2019 that I'd even heard that term before. And that's because my partner, she is a massage therapist as well. And I'm curious how, for where you're at right now, how much of that kind of work and what other body work you're a practitioner of, and how your clients, how you integrate that into the personal training side of things.
Nice. I view the trigger point therapy, foam rolling, stretching, massage, I kind of put that all into one category. So I view it as like a cold shower and a hot shower. So the hot shower is what everybody's used to. Everybody likes the exercise, the running gets you hot, makes you feel good, fantastic, right? You got the hot shower, it's something you're used to. The cold shower, we know, has its benefits. It's good for you, but people don't do it as often. And this is where the recovery, I put the recovery side of that. So that's the trigger point therapy, the foam roll, and the stretching. And the reason why I started to get into that so much, when I was at Lifetime, I was discriminated against in a really good way. I was 21, so I'm a young trainer. And of course, everybody, the stigma is, okay, you're young, you look good, so you probably just want to sleep with all your clients, or you just want to sleep with all the women, or stuff like that. So I was like, okay, this is actually a pretty good stigma, because now I can just train all the overweight or anybody that is deconditioned. So a lot of what I did when I was first at Lifetime, besides having some clients given to me by other managers and other trainers, which is great. Lifetime's got a really phenomenal feeder program at that, and helping you build your business from when I was there. So I was working with a lot of deconditioned people, which is fantastic. And I was watching some people walk on a treadmill, and especially with deconditioned people, I had some people that are very overweight, 300 pounds, 300 plus. And the amount of pressure that was putting on the knees and putting on the ankle from trying to lose weight was just so heavy. And I was teaching a weight loss class, and I had these two ladies, and it was 6 p.m. on like a Friday. And I was like, you know what, ladies, why don't we just stop a class, and I just give you both some trigger point therapy work, show you both how to foam roll. Let's relieve the knees for like 20 minutes for the both of you. And then we'll get back on the treadmill, and then start walking. We'll see how you feel. So both ladies, I was showing them how to foam roll the top of the knees. I was showing them foam roll behind the hamstrings, getting them onto a box, because foam rolling for an overweight person on the floor is very difficult. So I grabbed a chair, showed them how to foam roll on a chair, showed them how to get into all these different positions, got through different stretches. I even myself, very lightly, I was like, listen, I'm not a massage therapist, so I'm not allowed to be doing this. May I put my hands on your knee and lightly massage? Just to let you know, the only background I got is massaging ex-girlfriends and my mother. That's about it. That's my experience right there, is massaging my mom's feet and ankles and her knees every once in a while. When I was a kid, she would ask me to do that kind of stuff. I was always pretty good with my hands, so she trusted me to do that. And other girlfriends and stuff. But I always felt like I was pretty good with my hands. So I was like, if you don't mind, I'd like to lightly massage around your knees. And they were like, sure, no problem. So I'm working around the knees, working around the calf, doing all these things. And both ladies are going through their normal, like, oh, wow, okay. Yeah, that feels a little tender, right? All the normal signs you get from general foam rolling, some massage work. And they get down onto the floor. And the first time they both got up to go walk, they kind of got a little teary-eyed as they were walking. And I was like, is everything okay? Like, what's going on? And they both kind of started crying a little, because they were like, my knees haven't felt this good in so long. They just felt lighter. They felt good. And they got back on the trend. It was like the best walk they've done. Their knees didn't hurt that bad. And after that day, I was like, there's no way I can't not incorporate some kind of foam rolling, some kind of trigger point therapy, some kind of just deeper understanding and just getting in tune with the body. So after that moment, I've constantly been like, you need to be able to understand how to foam roll, be aware of your body, what is going on, and then continue to take it from there. Funny things that I thought with like strength athletes. I one time had a guy was deadlifting like 500 pounds. And he came to me asking for advice about to help his back. Because he was like, oh, my back hurts when I deadlift 500 pounds. And I was like, cool, do you stretch? And he goes, well, stretching hurts too bad. And I was like, oh my God, bro. You tell me you're deadlifting 500 pounds and you're like, and that's what I thought. That's what I think is so funny. Hot and cold shower. you will push yourself through that hot shower. But as soon as someone dips their toes into a little bit of cold water, they're like, oh, it's too cold. Oh man, I can't tolerate that. It's like, and that's what the foam rolling is like. That's what the stretching is like for some people. They like dip their toes into like foam rolling and stretching just a little bit. And they end up getting like scared and forget. And they're like, oh, that hurts too bad. And I'm like, no, like you might have not been coached on it right, or you just went too far in. Like, don't just jump into the cold water without like understanding the expectation. Like you got to have like an awareness of what you're about to embark on. And that's again where the conscious, mindset comes from when you do the foam rolling and trigger point therapy. I always tell people, it's a neurological response, being able to let go, right? If I want to tighten up my biceps, I put weight in, my brain is sending those signals, it's telling to tighten up. And if I were to give you 20-pound bicep curls, great, right? You might be able to knock that out for however many reps. But if I give you 100 pounds, you're going to be like, bro, I got so many compensations and so many things going on. Same thing, if someone's never foam rolled and you throw them into a position that's going to be really, really heavy, they're going to respond and be like, no, I can't do that. But if you let them tolerate that and be able to build into it, they're going to be able to get a lot more neuromuscular focused work. And their brain is going to be able to say, hey, that pressure isn't bad. You can relax. Just like the brain is saying, hey, that weight, you can lift that. Keep going. Brain has got that awareness has to be involved in there. So after that moment with those two ladies, that it's been like, I definitely think foam rolling and that awareness of the body, and however you do it, whether it's general stretching, you just have to have an awareness of the body and a neuromuscular awareness. And funny thing is, actually, there was a study released that said that it's not knots or adhesions that cause improper movement patterns. It's actually the brain's inability to turn muscles on and off to let go, from that standpoint. So if someone's just knotted up, that body, that mind is just like constantly turned on, and that person has an inability to let go. From that standpoint. So even when it comes to general exercise, people will blame injuries on exercise. And I was like, it's not the squat that hurts you, it's your lack of preparedness to do that specific squat. That's why you ended up, getting hurt or ended up having an impingement or a disc slip or something ends up happening. Like it's very possible to work your way around issues, but avoidance is always the best short-term solution to avoid a conflict. It's also the best solution to ensure suffering. So, there's that.